Good morning, beautiful people. So today I am sharing what a typical Sunday will look like for me. This is a Sunday morning, so I was prepping breakfast, cooking breakfast and also prepping dinner. We were supposed to go see Avatar this day, but we ended up not going, but I still prepped early. We didn't decide that we weren't going to go until after I was done prepping, and I was extremely tired because I didn't sleep the night before. I do suffer from insomnia, so I just never know how I'm going to be feeling day by day, if I'm going to be tired. Sometimes when I don't get any sleep, the next day I'm like fully energetic, and it's like I slept 10 hours or something. And then there are other times where I am extremely tired. So again, I think I went to bed at like 2 a.m. and then woke up at 6 a.m. this day. But I stayed up throughout the night. Anyways, that's enough of that. Anyways, so this morning I am making breakfast burritos. Right now I am just in the oven checking on the bacon. I am plant-based. My family is not, so I still have to cook their meals. I'll show you guys how I'll make my dinner. I didn't really make myself any breakfast this morning. I did have some vegan sausages by Beyond Meat. I think that's what it's called. I had some of those too, and I put it in a burrito or like a taco shell with some potatoes, and that was about it. But in their burritos, I'm cooking some sausage, some bacon, and also kielbasa. And then I'm prepping dinner, and for dinner we're gonna have meatloaf. I'm gonna have vegan meatloaf, of course, and mashed potatoes, and then also purple and green cabbage. I do try my best to clean as I am cooking, so there is a lot of dishes in the dishwasher. I'm going to wash dishes while I cook and put them inside the dishwasher and just have my son or my daughter put them away later. Pay no attention to my very ugly pajamas, y'all. It has been extremely cold here in South Carolina overnight, and I needed some thick pajamas, so I have on my granny pajamas, and also I have my granny robe on because both of them are extremely warm. But anyways, I am now just putting water into the meatloaf, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make mine. I'm also just gonna wrap up the meatloaf and then put it into the refrigerator. I use the same ingredients, well, not the same ingredients for mine. What I'm going to use in mine are onions and also garlic and peppers and of course impossible meat. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and cut up the cabbage. I did try to use my food processor, you guys. Like, I have been trying so hard to figure out this thing. I thought I had it locked, so you're going to see me like in a little bit. I put something in there and I thought I had locked it, and then cabbage just ends up going everywhere. I love my big bowl, But anyways, back to the food processor. You guys see it go everywhere. But back to the food processor. I just can't figure it out. So I do just end up just cutting it up anyway, like a normal person, instead of trying to be bougie. And that is about it. But anyways, about that big bowl, I love that big bowl, you guys. It's like very, very big. And I picked it up from Ross. And I just like it when I do food prep and things like that. It just makes everything so much easier to mix, especially like if I'm mixing these 2 heads of cabbage. It's just so much easier to put it in this extremely big bowl and don't have to worry about anything falling over once I begin to actually mix them. I'm going to use half of this kielbasa for breakfast, and then the other half I'm going to put into their cabbage. I am going to dice the one that I'm putting into the cabbage. Usually I would like cut it at a slant, but being that I was using half of it for breakfast and then half of it for their cabbage, I had to make smaller pieces to be more plentiful inside of their cabbage. So that is what I'm just doing now. Then I'm just going to go ahead and brown up the kielbasa inside of the skillet. Now I am making my meatloaf. So again, I'm using Impossible meat. I had took out Impossible, like just the ground, like a packet, but it was frozen because I forgot to take it out the night before. So my husband went to the store and picked up these for me because he said they didn't have like just a regular ground packet. So I had to use the hamburgers. And I forgot that I used diced tomatoes. I did not put peppers into these because we didn't have any. And then of course I'm just gonna go ahead and season them, and also use breadcrumbs. I do season as I mix. I season a lot, and I love garlic and onions, you guys. So I do put a lot of that into my own food. My family, however, does not like garlic and onions too much, so I only put like a little bit into their meatloaf. But me, you guys, I just love it. They are absolutely delicious. It's so funny, when I was growing up and even as I was older, my dad used to eat onions like they were apples. Now, I love onions and garlic, but I don't love them that much. Like, he would just eat onions like they were apples, and then he would just eat like cloves of garlic. Like, I love it. Maybe that's the reason why I love it, but oh my gosh, no, I'm not eating them like an apple. Now, to assemble their burritos, I am using American cheese. They love American cheese, so that's what I'm using. And then I, of course, I'm putting eggs on there, and I don't make any two the same. Some of them I put sausage and bacon. Some of them I put sausage, bacon in the kielbasa. Some of I put the kielbasa and then something else. But I thought I had microwave these burrito shells, whatever they're called, longer, and as you can see, they split, so I do end up putting them back into the microwave just to make them a little softer so they don't keep splitting. And yeah, that was about it for this Sunday morning. Not sure how long I was in the kitchen. Next time I post another video like this, I will like time myself, but half of the time I'm like in my own little world. I'll be listening to a book, or I might be listening to music, or I might be conversing with my husband who's sitting in the living room. But yeah, they really enjoyed it. You see my husband coming in, seeing if they're ready. I do end up like browning them a tad bit. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie, they look burnt. they are a little burnt, but everyone enjoyed them, and that is all that matters. Yeah, so let me know what you guys are doing this Sunday morning.